Sunday. So make sure that you read both of these stories with me or listen to these stories as I read them to you, and then you can hear the story on Thursday. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. When I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on my skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad day. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a junior underwear agent code ring. Underwear. Oh, Lord. Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box, but in my breakfast cereal box, I found breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too, and I was surrounded and scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I was going to be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible car. At singing times, she said that I was singing too loud. At counting time, she said that I left out 16. Who even needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said that I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Mayo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream falls off and the cone part lands in Australia. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunchbox, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had a little bit of coconut sprinkles on top. Guess whose mother forgot to pack dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. That's what it was, because after school my mom took us all to the dentist and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy, and then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said that I was a crybaby. And while I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back to the car and scolded me for being muddy and for fighting. I was having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, I told everybody. No one even answered. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes. But then the shoe man said, we're all sold out. They made me buy plain, old, white ones. But they can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at the office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as could be, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with the phone, but I think I might have called Australia. My dad said please do not pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate limas. And there was nothing on the TV. My bath was too hot, I got soap in my eyes, my marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It's been a horrible, terrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says that some days are like that, even in Australia. I hope you liked Alexander and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Bye, guys.